Welcome to this video. In this video today, we are talking about the importance of being confident in order to become likable at workplace. Why is being confident so important in all aspects of one's life? Do you struggle with confidence issues in some parts of your life? Well, we've all had moments when we felt a lack of confidence, whether it's in a meeting presentation or just in our daily tasks. But as we'll hear today, confidence is not something that you're always born with. Well, some people are, but it's something that you can also learn and develop. In the Mahabharata, we see the example of Arjun losing his confidence when faced with all the relatives on both sides. But with the guidance of Lord Krishna, he was able to regain his confidence and become victorious in the war. Confidence is often described as a belief in one's abilities and a feeling of self-assurance. It's important in the office because it helps us to communicate effectively, make decisions, and achieve our goals. When we are confident, we are more likely to speak up in the meetings, volunteer for new projects, and take initiatives. But when we lack confidence, we tend to hold back. And when we hold back, we also get held back in our careers. So how do we build confidence? One way is through our behavior. And let's talk a few tips and strategies and some examples of how you could do this. Well, let me start with the example of a young woman named Sarah. She had just started a new job and was feeling a bit nervous and a little unsure of herself. She knew she needed to build her confidence in order to succeed in her new role. Have you ever felt like that? Well, let's take this forward. One day she came across a list of tips for building confidence. The first tip on the list was to dress professionally and groom herself well. Well, it may be very commonsensical, but it isn't. Sarah realized that she had been dressing too casually for work, and she went shopping for some new and professional attire. She also started taking more care with her appearance. So, dressing well. The second tip on the list was to speak clearly and make eye contact when communicating with others. Sarah had always been a bit shy, and she realized that she had been avoiding eye contact when speaking with her colleagues. But she practiced speaking clearly and confidently and made it a point of looking people in the eye when she spoke with them. Well, the third tip that Sarah's list had was to be prepared for meetings and presentations by doing proper research and practicing beforehand. Sarah had always been a bit of a procrastinator, but she knew that she needed to change her ways if she wanted to be taken seriously at work. She started researching her topics more thoroughly and practicing her presentations beforehand. The fourth tip on the list was to take initiative and volunteer for new tasks or projects. Sarah had always been a bit hesitant to speak up and take charge, but she knew that she needed to step out of her comfort zone if she wanted to succeed. So, she started volunteering for new projects and tasks and found that her colleagues were impressed with her initiative. The fifth tip on the list was to be organized and manage her time efficiently. Sarah had always been a bit disorganized and found that she was often running behind on her tasks. She started using a planner and prioritizing her work, which helped her to become more efficient and on top of her tasks. The last tip on the list, and one of the most critical ones, was to keep learning and developing new skills. Sarah knew that in order to succeed in her field, she needed to stay current and improve her skills constantly. So she started taking some online courses and attending workshops to develop her skills and knowledge. As Sarah began to follow these tips, she started to notice a change in herself. She felt more confident in her abilities and was able to project a more confident image of herself to others. Her colleagues noticed the change in her as well and began to look to her for guidance and leadership. Well, if Sarah could do it, so could you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.